Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. The time now is 9:28. Your Retirement Dream or Disaster is a new book that answers questions you might have about surrounding retirement planning advice and the decision when to stop working, this, that, and the other thing. Here to tell us more about it is the author of the book, Rajiv Nagaich. Rajiv, welcome to KUSI.
Well, it's great to be here.
Congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
All right. I have this number in my mind. I need to get to this amount of money. My portfolio has to get, and then I can retire. I'm all focused on how much money I'm going to have. Why is that not the way to do this?
Because that should never be the question. How much money will be enough? Let me answer the question this way. $80 million did not prove to be enough for Casey Kasem to be able to live out the life in his own home. $50 million did not prove to be enough for Tim Conway for him to be able to live out his life at home. How much money do you think is needed? And the good news in all of this is the amount of money you have, that is the perfect amount of money that you need to have in your portfolio. The issue is not how much I have. The issue is how will this money be used, particularly when I am no longer able to manage my own life and other people will need to step up to the plate, my children, my financial planning, my financial power of attorney, and they will know how to use the money to give me a life I want, not what somebody else wants to give to me.
All right, so if that's the case, if that's the number one mistake we're all making, being focused on money, teach us, what should we be doing then to alter that approach?
The proper approach to retirement planning, Paul, is to recognize that as long as you and I are healthy, in America, we get to live out our dreams. The moment we lose our health, that's when our retirement dreams start turning into mush. A health issue becomes a housing issue because if you're older, end up in the hospital, the next question is which rehab center do you want to go to? A place that I don't know anyone, everyone's guaranteed to tell me what to do, no control over my life. That will then turn into a financial issue because Medicare does not cover long-term care. And then if you're lucky, somebody will say, go see an elder law attorney, which will then turn it into a legal issue. This is the circuit that people fail to follow. They do silo planning. A financial planner does financial planning, a lawyer does legal planning. They're never talking to each other about figuring out what happens when my health fails me.
Well, you know, because most people here, I don't need to tell you how expensive it is here in the state of California. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. If they can save any money, it's not as much as you probably would advise. But the one asset they have is their home. Which relieves me, I don't know, do you see all these commercials about reverse mortgages and what this, that, and the other thing? I'm very leery whenever I see someone like an actor telling me I should consider a reverse mortgage. Are they dangerous? Are they a good thing?
Under the right conditions, a reverse mortgage is a godsend. Unfortunately, most of the people use it the wrong way. What is the right way? You know that if you're tapping into a reverse mortgage, this is your last asset that you have, a significant asset. The only purpose, the reason why reverse mortgages were created to begin with, was to make sure that people are able to use this asset to live out their lives in their own home when all the money is gone. It was never meant to be to buy an RV and go gallivanting all over the country, but that's how it's used.
You know, in just talking to you then, one of your assets, if you don't have financial assets, is your health. Staying healthy is a big cost saver, is it not?
It is, and we don't pay attention to it. Let me ask you this. If somebody asks a person, who is your primary care physician, what specialty? It'll probably be internal medicine or family medicine. Even though research shows that people who have a good geriatric care physician, they have just lowered their risk of ending up in a nursing home by 40% without spending a penny more out of their pocket. But how much education is there about how to better use healthcare so we can stay healthier longer?
So I'm going to glean that. I'm going to read this book in 72 hours, and I'm going to call you with more questions.
I promise you, Paul.
You're going to answer the phone, right?
Yes, I will.
Hey, all right, here's the other debate I'm getting all the time now about, and this is perhaps outside the land ever so slightly, but it is a retirement question because people right now, they're relying mostly on Social Security, but for those fortunate enough to have a 401k, I'm seeing people saying, you know what, 401ks aren't the good investment tool. What do you say?
I think 401ks are okay, but Roth 401ks are even better.
Why?
The reason is at some point in future, when you are looking at your nest egg, understand you have a lot more assets by way of Medi-Cal and other assets that you and I are not even thinking about, which will become impossible to get to if you have a taxable retirement plan as compared to a tax-deferred or tax-free Roth plan.
All right, so 401k Roth is the way to go. We have young viewers that are watching this.
Yes.
Old viewers are watching this.
Yes.
What's the proper time to start thinking about your retirement?
I think the day that you get your first paycheck, but realistically, that is true. Because what comes out from the paycheck? Social Security, Medicare. What are they? Your building blocks for retirement planning. So, but in earnest, I'd say around 50, you must start looking at retirement in a very different way. And it's not about how much money you can gather. It's how you pull all the pieces together.
And so I'm 63. When should I pull the plug?
Pull the plug from work?
Yeah.
Well, you should pull the plug from work the day that you're absolutely certain that you will live to be 105 years of age. You have a plan that will allow you to go there without going broke or becoming a burden on your children.
You know what my financial planner told me?
Yes.
He said, Paul, you can maintain your lifestyle as long as you work until you're 81.
And I challenge you to say this is a better answer to that.
Thank you for I look forward to reading this, and I promise you I am going to call. So expect a San Diego phone number to call you.
Looking forward to
all
it.
right.